viewers, and welcome to another episode of Astrology in my channel. Is Astrology a Science? I am Dr. Chivukula Shekhar. Recently I had posted videos on the impact of having children if you have got Rahu or Ketu in the 5th house, and I saw there are a lot of people who have commented. Thank you for that. In this video, I'm going to discuss about the role of Uranus, Neptune and Pluto in Vedic astrology. As you all know, Vedic astrology emphasizes or focuses on the 9 planets, which includes the 2 Chaya grahas, which is Rahu and Ketu. So ancient or traditional Vedic astrology always had looked in terms of these 9 planets for prediction, and in all these predictions they were almost close to accurate. The reason why Uranus, Neptune, Pluto do not play an important role in ancient Vedic astrology is because, one, Uranus was discovered only in the year 1781, Neptune in the year 1846 and Pluto in the year 1930. And if you all know, ancient Vedic astrology is much ancient than the discovery of these 3 planets. Hence, when ancient Vedic astrology was developed, there was no Uranus, Neptune, Pluto that they had in order to use them as part of the astrological predictions. But as you all know, that every science is based on evolution, and as new things evolve, the impact of all these things need to be taken into account. The question that I've got is, do we need to take into account Uranus, Neptune and Pluto when we do astrological predictions? And if we say yes, does it mean that all the predictions that our ancestors did without taking into account these 3 planets are incorrect? Please comment on what your thoughts are. And if you are astrologers, do you use Uranus, Neptune and Pluto in your astrological predictions? In ancient Vedic astrology, the other reason why these 3 planets are not considered to play an important role or impact on an individual in the earth is because these 3 planets are further away than Saturn. Saturn takes 30 years to go around the Sun, and if you look at planets which are further away from Saturn, which is Uranus, Neptune and Pluto, they take more than 30 years, and Pluto takes more than 120 years or 130 years to go around the Sun. So if that is the case, what is their impact on an individual? It's a big question mark. The other thing is, our ancient Vedic astrologers have given an understanding on what is the reflection of Sun's light by these different planets. And if you know, astrology is all based on light. Sun is the only planet in the solar system which has got its own light, and other planets all take light from the Sun, absorb it and then reflect it, and when they reflect it to the earth in different wavelengths, which is how you give different colors to the different planets, and also different intensities based on how close they are to the sun as well as to the earth. Based on that, our ancient Vedic astrologers given a unit of only 1 for the reflection of sun's light by Saturn to the earth. So if Saturn emits or reflects only the light from the sun in a unit of only 1, what is the impact of other 3 planets which are even further away from the Saturn? These are questions to be answered, and probably these are the reasons why our ancient Vedic astrologers did not consider these 3 planets in doing predictions. If that is the case, do you think that these 3 planets do not play an important role in astrological predictions on an individual? As I previously said, things change and evolve, and we need to take into consideration the changes that happen and their impact on each and every individual. Parashara in his Brihit Parashara Hora Sastra had stated that there are 5 non-luminous planets, and he predicted that in addition to the 9 Navagrahas, there would be these non-luminous planets, and they would be called as Upagrahas or secondary planets. Narendra Desai, a great Hindu astrologer and Vedic scholar, he once stated that he read an ancient Vasishtha Nadi palm leaf while he was in Chennai, in which it was indicated that the modern age Jyotishas would discover 3 more planets, and that would also play a role in astrological predictions. These 3 planets or grahas or upagrahas, whatever you call, namely Prajapati, which is Uranus, Varuna, which is Neptune, and Yama, which is Pluto, are the 3 planets or upagrahas that need to be taken into consideration while we do astrological predictions. Uranus, Neptune and Pluto are taken in Western astrology as important planets, and they are used in astrological predictions, while in India, and especially in southern part of India, these are not even considered while doing predictions. There are some softwares which show these planets in the charts, and there are some which do not show. If that is the case, do these 3 upagrahas play an important role in astrological predictions? The question that I've got for you is, do you take into consideration these 3 grahas while you do astrological predictions, or do you ignore them? I personally have seen only the 9 grahas, and based on that I have done a lot of predictions which are close to accurate. If that is the case, not taking into consideration these 3 planets or upagrahas, does it mean that we are missing on something, or does it increase the accuracy of our predictions? Please comment if you have got any thoughts on this. And if you have got astrologers who are seeing this video, I would encourage them to post their comments to say, have they compared charts where they have used only the 9 grahas to do predictions, and subsequently taken into consideration these 3 upagrahas, and when they did a comparison of it, did they find any significant differences between the predictions of taking into account and not taking into account these 3 grahas? As we all know, astrology is a science, and science keeps evolving, and as it evolves, we also need to take into account the impact of this. For example, in those days, we never had computers. We never had the modern gadgets that we have got. The karagatwas of grahas have significantly changed. We say that Rahu has got some of the karagatwas which our ancestors would not have even known computers, software, photography, videography, telemarketing, digital marketing, aerospace technology, biotechnology. All these evolving fields were not there during ancient periods. But there are grahas which are responsible for it. So the grahas also, the planets also keep expanding the scope of their karagattvas. If that is the case, astrology is something which constantly keeps evolving. Please post your comments on what is the significance of taking into account these three planets while doing predictions, or do you think you should not be taking into account these three planets? I'll see you in the next episode, and until then, this is Pai from Dr. Chivukula Shekhar. Thank you. Bye. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel so that I can post more videos of this kind. Thank you. Bye.